Hey everybody, today's a bit of a special day. It's the 10th anniversary of the CNC machine here, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a birthday and make a part with this car here. This is a Tomaso Pantera. I need to make the clip for the rear catch here. There's actually an American V8 in the back of this car, and this part has worn out and it holds I guess it's the bonnet down, so we're going to make a new one with the CNC. To start with, I drew it in SolidWorks, started with a basic profile. I didn't make it exactly the same, but close enough. Added features. This is where the spring holds in place, then more parts for the spring. Slowly cut some pieces away, add some fillets, some part for it to pivot on, as this piece has, hook for the latch, mirror it in half, and there we have it, there's the part. That's all well and good, but we still need to machine it out of a block of aluminium. So what I've done is I've included the block of aluminium in the SolidWorks file. I've left a big circular cavity so that when we flip the part over, we're able to find the exact center location again, or the origin I should say. Then I've added some support material so that I don't have to make a special jig for when this flips over. As for the machining, I use SolidCam to define tool paths. A very handy feature of the program is it has a high-speed machining option called iMachining. It allows for very high-speed helical machining toolpath removal. Anyway, I won't go into it too much, I'll just do a preview of how the machining is going to occur. First off, we have a facing operation. And we drill the 5mm hole in the middle for the pivot. Then a large hogging operation with a 6mm end mill. Just remove big bulk amount of the material. I'll speed that up a bit. Keeps going, it just keeps whittling away at it until we've got the first side done. Then this hole that's been reduced is used to flip the part over. First off's the facing operation, then it whittles away, same fashion as before. Pretty much does all the same machining operations as on the other side. You can see there's some places here where it can't quite get the tool into. It's not a real problem, I'll finish that with a file. This support material I'll cut away with a bandsaw and finish by hand. This is the Haas VF1 34mm machine that we have here. It's been set up to do some extrusion on a 4-axis rotary table. I've cut the blocks of 100mm stock to try and make this part, but first I need to get this off. Put my vise in and set up the tools I'm going to use. So that's all the machining done on this piece now. I've done the second side. You can see in here that it lined up really well because I used this centre bore as a reference for flipping the part over, and it's left no really major seam there at all. So all the CNC work's done. I just have to cut the part out with the bandsaw and then clean up the edges, and then it's ready to go back to the owner of the car. So the part's free now. I've just got to clean up these little edges here where the holding material was with the file. Okay, so it's all finished. You can see that the two parts are very similar. This area in here still needs some more filing. It'll be done by the owner to suit the car. You can see where the wear was in the original part. He said he wanted to ream this pivot point himself. This spot here is where the spring would sit, and that would be the release action, I guess, for the bonnet. So I've just replicated the boss that holds the spring with a square. Seemed a little bit easier because otherwise I'd have to mount this in the CNC in a third position to machine around there, and it's going to hold the spring just fine. So I'm going to call that job done.